My greens is right where I needed to have it. I still need to get the ball, shaping the golf ball a little bit better than I am right now. I'm still going to have to do quite a bit of homework in my yardage book of trying to figure out how I'm going to play each hole with the different winds that are going to be predicted to blow. Today was a good rain session. I need another one tomorrow, and hopefully that'll be enough to be ready.
All right, let's go live to Northern Ireland, and there he is, the man himself. Michael Collins is ready to go. And, Michael, I hear Tiger talking this way, and I'm sure a lot of fans hear him talking this way about how little he has played. What is the reason for that? Is it physical? What is the reason that he has played so little?
This time, the reason that he hasn't played a lot of golf is because he was on a family vacation for weeks. He and his mom and the kids went back to her homeland and did a whole bunch of sightseeing where he had never been to before. So that's the reason this time that Tiger hasn't touched the club for a while. Now, he did play 18 holes on Sunday and 18 holes on Monday, which we've never really seen Tiger Woods do before, but it's because even he knows he's really rusty, and I'm going to say not quite prepared, or is as prepared as he would want to be going into this week.
Well, and so what does that mean? As he's 2 days away from the last major of the year, can you go into this golf course that no one really knows? These guys don't know it that well. This is not a place that is usually in this rotation for the fans who don't follow this. Can you just walk in there in a week and figure everything out and have a real chance to compete?
No! Remember, Tiger had this same situation, well, similar situation at the PGA Championship. After the Masters, we just didn't see him again until the PGA. What happens? He shows up there, it's 50 degrees, it's cold, it's rainy, it's nasty and windy, and his back never loosens up. Well, guess what? We're in Northern Ireland. And I know it looks beautiful right now, and yes, there are people swimming out there in the ocean, crazy people, but they're still swimming out there. But this is going to be one of those weeks when the weather gets bad, you're going to see some KT tape on Tiger because his back is probably not going to let go. And believe me when I tell you, if he starts getting wild off the tee, which even he says now that's been his problem, it's going to be an issue, and we just hope to have Tiger around for the weekend. I think that's the best thing we can hope for.
All right, so let's look at the other. Anyone listening can hear what you're saying. You don't have high expectations for him, but let's look on a more positive side. For those who will watch his first round on Thursday, and he comes on right after we finish on Thursday morning, a little after 10 Eastern time, what should we be looking for that would give you a good indication that maybe he'll surprise us all and play well this weekend?
Two things. Fairways hit. Is he hitting fairways and missing those bunkers in the fairways? Because if he's doing that, then that means he is seeing the shots that he is picturing in his head and hitting them where he wants to off the tee. And then short game. He talked about how his short game was where it wants to be. But that is in perfect conditions around here at Port Rush. Now, when the conditions get really bad and you got to start hitting some little bump chips or hit those really tough flop shots off of tight lies, in competition, in bad weather, we're going to find out just how little or a lot of rust he has on his game. So look for him off the tee and around the greens. Those are the two most important things for Tiger in round one.
All right, well done. Listen, we'll all keep an eye on this. And for those who don't follow the sport closely, this is it for this year. This is the last major. It used to be the PGA Championship would come up in August. This is the fourth and final major of the year. So Tiger and everyone else's last chance for this year. We'll check in with you again.
True that, but hold on. You're not letting me go after Charles Barkley took all that time up and you talked to Barkley about playing golf together?
Yeah.
I'm in. And that right there, me, you, Charles together. And Charles talking about how Moses Malone made him lose 50 pounds. Remember, I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm looking at Charles going, you ain't talked to Moses in a while, huh? Yeah, I went in on that golf match. Give me in on that.
And Jalen has just jumped in behind.
I can't play golf with y'all, Collins. What's going on?
Jalen's hurt. You've hurt Jalen's feelings.
We only had 3. Now we got 4. We only had 3. Now we got 4. Come on, Jalen.
I will be happy to host this, and we got to make this happen as soon as we possibly can. Michael, thank you so much. We'll see you as the week goes on. But it's very amusing. I love it when I lose control to that degree. When Jalen pops up behind me and starts yelling into my microphone, things have gone well. Okay, time for the second burning question of the morning for Bobby Carpenter, and this one takes us to Philadelphia. Carson Wentz has his new deal, and he has the job all to himself with Dick Foles now in Jacksonville. Here's the burning question. Will Carson Wentz start a playoff game for the Eagles this year?
Yes. The short answer, absolutely yes. When you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and how good they are, to me, they're one of the 2 or 3 best teams probably in the NFC. Carson Wentz is a big reason for that. In 2017, he was an MVP candidate. He gets busted up. He's had the knee. He's had the back. He's battled through some of these issues, but he's going to be the reason they get there. They've surrounded him with weapons. They still have a talented defense. Their offensive line does a good job protecting for him. They have a coach. I think he's going to be a guy a little bit like Matt Stafford. Early in his career, he got beat up a little bit, held onto the ball, tried to make every single play. Right now, I think he's going to dial that back a little bit, realize sometimes it's better to take a 2-yard loss, a sack, throw it out of bounds than getting hit and risk being off the field for your team.
Now, we opened the show this morning talking about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys and a bunch of decisions they have to make financially. And now here we are talking about the Eagles in what shapes up to be a very interesting competitive division race. Which team do you like between those two more? Do you like the Eagles or the Cowboys as we get this thing started?
I think the Eagles roster is more talented, and they have a quarterback that's a little bit more rounded right now. And their coach has proven that he can get it done regardless of who the quarterback is in the playoffs. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia right now.
You know, a lot of people might take it. It sounds like Carson Wentz. Yeah, Dak Prescott has actually accomplished more than Carson Wentz has. I get that Wentz was on his way possibly to an MVP 2 years ago, but you look at what Prescott has done. Do people still sell short a little bit what he has accomplished?
I'm not trying to sell short Dak Prescott. He's a very good quarterback. When they give him the weapons, he can go and play like he did. But let me ask you this. Who is more accomplished right now as a coach? Is it Doug Peterson or is it Jason Garrett?
No, of that there's no question. And Peterson won a Super Bowl, but he did it with a different quarterback. So we'll wait and see. All right, it's good stuff. We'll have more burning questions from Bobby Carpenter as our morning continues. And tomorrow night on ESPN, we will have baseball. You'll see Aaron Judge and the Yankees hosting the Rays. Domingo Germán going for his